Good evening, friends. I'm recording this video on one of the important judgment coming from Delhi High Court in the case of Bharti Airtel Limited. In this particular judgment, the fact is very important. As we know that in GST regime, we cannot revise GSTR 3B. If we have made any mistake in 3B of a particular tax period, then we can do all correction and adjustment in subsequent months GSTR 3B. Now, in this particular case, Bharti Airtel Limited, for the period July to September 2017, they have paid 923 crore rupees liability through cash account, which they could have otherwise paid through credit account. They could not do so for simple reason, and they have cited number of reasons in this writ petition that they have missed availing credit, or they have overshooted their liability by not adjusting credit note raised by the supplier. These were the reasons given. Had it been possible, they could have paid this 923 crore through credit account instead of cash. So there is one circular number 26, dated 29 December 2017, under the para 4, which is restricting any taxpayer to revise a particular tax period 3B. If any mistake is being done, then it should be corrected in subsequent month GSTR 3B. So this petitioner has gone to Delhi High Court. Ultimately, they have paid in cash, which otherwise could have been paid through credit account. So in a given situation, they have cited the reason, they have defended their case, they made out their case that this circular is contrary, arbitrary, if we look at the provision of GST Act. And they have cited it is going contrary in terms of Article 14, 19, 1G, Article 265, Article 300, capital A to the Constitution of India. And what they have stated, they have said when GST introduced in the country, it was envisaged there would be 3 returns. As you all know, I always say, had there been all these 3 returns, GSTR 1, filed by supplier, getting auto-populated in GSTR 2A for the recipient. Recipient can add, modify, verify, delete whatever transaction pertaining to him, and then finalize GSTR 2. And once recipient does any add, modification, delete, etc., and file GSTR 2, it gets auto-populated in GSTR 1A for supplier either to accept and reject whatever changes done by the recipient of goods or services, and then GSTR 3 need to be filed. This was initially envisaged. And for your information, there was one circular number 7, which got cited in this judgment as well, dated 1st September 2017. In that circular, it is being stated that if there is any mistake made by the taxpayer for filing these returns, it can be corrected. And the process of this GSTR 1, 2 and 3 is being explained, and stated that if there is any mistake of a relevant tax period, it can be corrected in that relevant tax period only. But we all know this GSTR 2 and 3 is being done away with. As a stopgap measure, GSTR 3B got introduced by way of Rule 61 sub Rule 5 of CGST Rule 2017. So there was no GSTR 2, no GSTR 3. Now for this simple reason, this petitioner could have availed the credit had there been certain mechanism available, and GSTR 2A first time got introduced from October 2018, and period I'm referring to July to September 2017. So for this petitioner, it was not possible to verify and reconcile his credit available to him, because GSTR 2A filed by the supplier, and this GSTR 2A made available to the taxpayer only from October 2018 onwards. So they have not availed the credit which they could have availed for this July to September 17, and could have used this credit for discharging the liability instead of cash. So major focus was that this circular number 26, which is restricting the taxpayer not to revise the relevant month return, GSTR 3B, and it is allowed only by way of adjustment in subsequent month, GSTR 3B. So question of law lies whether this circular can restrict right of a taxpayer to correct his own return. When GST law envisaged initially there would be 3 return, and it would be automated system whereby a taxpayer can see his credit available, reconcile his credit properly. He can do all, add, verification, modification, delete, whatever required. But 2A was first time made available only from October 2018 onwards. So this petitioner, Bharti Airtel Limited, has contemplated that this circular is contrary, arbitrary, restricting the right of a taxpayer, that I cannot revise my own return of that relevant tax period. So what Honorable Delhi High Court has said, since law envisages there would be automated system, taxpayer must be knowing his credit available by way of this automatic return filing system, GSTR 1, 2 and 3. As I said, GSTR 1 gets auto-populated in 2A for recipient, 2 is being filed, gets auto-populated in 1A for the supplier, either to accept or reject of changes made by recipient, then GSTR 3 to be filed. What we have got, we got GSTR 3B, which is only a summary return. It's not automatically picking up any number. It's a summary return and manual figures are being inserted, which is subject to error. And now question comes, can I really revise my return of that relevant tax period? When GSTR 2A was not available, I could have availed the credit. This was the issue in this case, and could have discharged my liability through credit account. So circular restricting me that I can't revise my relevant month, July to September 17 3B, it's contrary, arbitrary to the GST provision. And Honorable Delhi High Court in the case of Bharti Airtel Limited has concluded the same, that this petitioner is allowed to revise their GSTR 3B. Respondent can check their credit available in the context that law does not bar that I cannot. Circular number 7 initially issued but kept in abeyance because there was no GSTR 2 and 3. So this circular which is being issued by department and talking about that you can correct your return for relevant tax period if there is any mistake, but kept in abeyance. Another circular got issued, circular number 26, restricting the right of taxpayer, is really arbitrary and contrary to the provision of GST Act. And this is what being concluded by Honorable Delhi High Court in this case, and allowed the petitioner to file their manual GSTR 3B for that relevant period, July to September 17, to arrive at the correct figures, so that whatever they have paid by way of cash, which they otherwise could have paid by way of credit account, now available to them to claim refund thereof. So this is the good judgment, and we all are talking about. We all know that we have debated this issue whether 3B is a return under section 39, which got inserted by way of rule 61 sub rule 5 of CGST rule. Then by way of retrospective amendment, government has said 3B is a return under section 39. Then this revision option. See, initially in the beginning we envisaged we would be having automatic way to check the liability and credit. Whatever is the liability of my supplier, if invoice raised to me as a recipient, I can see such amount as a credit in my GSTR 2A. Even GSTR 2A, when got introduced from October 2018 onwards, not fully perfect. It has taken long time period, and even there are number other transaction like import of goods, like reverse charge method, ISD. So these import of goods, reverse charge method, we are putting the numbers manually in 3B. So this GSTR 2A has also seen the changes over a period of time. So as a taxpayer, it is not conclusive for me to look at GSTR 2A. There may be a case that my supplier has filed GSTR 1 but not 3B. Amount would be coming in 2A, but I am not entitled to avail credit till the time all four conditions of section 16 subsection 2 is being satisfied. And one of the condition is whatever taxes customer has paid to the supplier under section 16 subsection 2 clause C, supplier must have deposited to the government exchequer. So in a given situation when 3B revision is not permissible, we can only adjust in subsequent month, and a circular coming out and saying that no, you cannot revise your 3B, you can only adjust in subsequent month, is really contrary. And there may be number of cases, and this is one of the judgment coming from Delhi High Court, that 3B can be revised, and manually petitioner can file 3B to showcase their correct number, whatever they are supposed to mention in that 3B. So this is good judgment, one of the good judgment coming from Delhi High Court in the case of Bharti Airtel Limited. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.